Yo, like the last couple of years, 2016 was awesome when it came to sneakers. Also, remember, this list was based on how you voted. What up, folks? Jacques Slade here, and it is the end of 2016, which means we have to do a countdown of sorts while there are plenty of sneaker lists out there. I think this will be the first list that you guys actually voted on. As has always been the case with my channel, I want you guys to have a voice, and this is how you voted. Let's start with number 5, the Nike Kyrie 2. At first, I was surprised so many of you included this shoe in your top 5 kicks of the year, but it was a really great shoe. For one, the price is right. It's only $120. It's the most affordable shoe on the list, and considering that Kyrie won a championship while rocking the shoe, I can see why it would be on your top list of the year. Out of the 589 comments, the Kyrie 2 was mentioned 115 times. Some of the best colorways I remember are the Cavs colorway, the Kyriachi colorway, and of course, the Dornbecker colorway. Coming in at number 4 is another shoe from Nike Basketball, the Nike KD9. Nike and KD actually launched this shoe this summer in Austin, and they have been dropping a ton of different colorways of this shoe. Part of the appeal of the KD9, I think, is the pricing. Prior to this year, prices for Nike basketball shoes was going up and up like crazy, and the KD9 kind of reversed that trend. Another big story for the shoe is the fly-knit upper and the Zoom Air. Well, technically it's separated at the toe, so it's not full length, but you get what I'm saying. I'll be honest, I didn't think KD's shoes were going to do very well once he went to the Warriors, but I am happy to see that people didn't let that get in the way of copying his shoes. As for dope colorways, the Birds of Paradise was nice. There's that Grayar Platinum preheat colorway that launched when the shoe dropped. And finally, the dark obsidian pair from the Olympics that Nike called Unite was pretty clean as well. All right, sitting pretty at number 3 is the Adidas NMD. Now, this one almost didn't make the list, but I decided to group the NMDs together. We have the regular R1 NMD, we have the Pharrell NMD, and then we have the NMD X R1. While technically those are all different shoes, I decided to include them all on the list because so many of you were checking for these shoes. You guys mentioned NMD 134 times out of the 589 comments, which is basically 20% of you guys. Adidas did a great job with the Boost NMD this year, and the pairs that took the most honors were the Pharrell collabs, the Bape NMDs that released last month, and of course all of the NMDs with the primed uppers. From what I can tell, Adidas has even bigger plans for the NMD in 2017, so expect to see a lot more of that shoe or one of its variations in the coming months. All right, a quick thank you to everyone that voted. Really appreciate you guys leaving your comments based on my very unscientific collection of data. I saw that you guys mentioned Jordan the most at 627 times. Coming in next was Adidas at 242, and Nike was mentioned 207 times. On the athlete side of things, LeBron actually came in second at 162, while Kyrie came in first at 201 mentions. Now, mind you, those numbers rep just the correct spelling of the brand and the athlete names. There could be more. Also, Boost was mentioned 164 times. Again, not scientific, but worth mentioning. Okay, at number 2, we have a shoe that made a bit of a comeback this year, the Air Jordan 1. In the last couple of years, Nike has been dropping the OG versions of the shoe, and though they are not exactly the same as the originals, they are close enough that most people don't notice. This year, we saw the Band Jordan 1, the Black Toe Jordan 1, and of course, the recent release of the Air Jordan 1 Top 3, which flew off the shelves and is currently selling for a pretty nice price on the resale market. Finally, the Air Jordan 1 Satin dropped exclusively in New York back in October and shut things down. It instantly became the most sought after Jordan 1 of the year. First released back in 1985, the shoe is easily a classic, and I think it'll be on a list like this for a very long time to come. Though, if we're gonna be honest, that Star Blue colorway that just released is still sitting on store shelves. Of course, there's going to be an honorable mention, and it was really close to hitting the number 5 spot, the Adidas Ultra Boost. I was really surprised that the shoe didn't make the top 5 based on your votes, but it just barely lost to the Kyrie 2. The Ultra Boost had 112 votes, while the Kyrie had 115. The Ultra Boost was obviously a big winner in 2016, but next year I think it's going to be even bigger. The new prime knit pattern is really dope, and I've been lucky enough to see some of the upcoming stuff from the brand, and I think you guys are going to really be excited about it. As a second alternate honorable mention, we have to mention the Yeezy Boost 350 V2. Another shoe that I would guess you guys would have voted more for, but it only ended up with 100 votes. Maybe because they were hard to get, people aren't really checking for them. I honestly don't know, but that's another honorable mention. A quick recap of the list so far. At number 5, we have the Nike Kyrie 2. At number 4, we have the Nike KD9. At number 3, you guys picked the Adidas NMD. And at number 2, you guys picked the Air Jordan 1. So that leaves us with number 1. And based on your votes, the number 1 shoe for 2016 is the Air Jordan 11. Part of that is because the shoe just released, I imagine, but also because I think the shoe is just a shoe that a lot of people love and want to have in their collections. While technically this isn't a Space Jam version of the shoe, it was so closely tied to the movie that there is no need to fight it. From what I've been told, this Jordan 11 was actually just a black version of the Concord colorway that Jordan wore in the NBA as a PE, but you didn't hear that from me. Either way, it was the #1 shoe based on your votes, which solidifies the Jordan 11 in the halls of 2016 history. Before I go, 2 things. What do you think of your list you guys voted for? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And 2, stay tuned to the end of the video because I want to read a few of your top 5 from the comments. As always, make sure you have your notifications turned on for this channel to make sure that the videos end up in your inbox and in your feed. Hit that thumbs up button. If you really like what you see, follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. It's all under Cousteau. I am Jacques Slade. This is your top 5 kicks of 2016. And as always, guys, I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Peace. Okay, some of your picks for the top 5. This is what Gordon Douglas had to pick for his. Top 5 kicks: 1, KD 9, 2, LeBron Soldier 10, 3, Adidas Super Explosive, 4, LeBron 13 Elites, and 5, Adidas Harden Volume 1, and then number 6, Kobe 11. All right, this one is from Harold. Top 5 shoes of 2016, 1, Ultra Boost 3.0, 2, White Cement 4s, 3, Adidas NMD R1, 4, Jordan 11 Space Jam, and 5, Jordan 12 and OBO White. And finally, we have Sultan Rihan. This is the top 5 of 2016. Air Jordan 1 Retro Band, Adidas Originals Yeezy 350 Boost V2, number 3, Air Jordan 11 Space Jam, number 4, Bape Times Adidas Originals NMD R1, number 5, Air Jordan 4 Cement, and number 6, Fear of God Vans. Rihanna also said, I want to add the Nike mag to the list, but the mag is just crazy and common people can't get them. All right, if you stuck around this long, leave your Snapchat URL in the comments and I will follow some of you, but you better have some good stories. All right, peace.